Well, this is the first and last time I'm going to do one of these.
All right, just bought two storage lockers. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to grab first. One's right down the street from the house. The other one's about 20 minutes out, and one of them gave me a call, so they get to go first. About 20 minutes out. That one is like a 15 by 17 foot locker, which is huge. You'll notice I'm in my car. I'm not in a U-Haul. It's just got a couple boxes mixed across the floor with some sports equipment and some audio equipment. I'm expecting that to take 2 trips. If it takes 3, so be it. And then you'll get to see those here in a few. And then the other one is the first time I've ever bought a manager's special. I'm gonna try and get more information on what that is versus a lean unit and break that down. That one has some shelving. If I can break that down, that should only take me 1 trip, worst case 2. So we'll see what we got. I cheated and turned on the light. Weird, like rounded unit. And golf clubs. All right, this will be fun. Ton of audio equipment. All right, do a quick breakdown. I just ran the golf clubs to the car. I don't know what the hell this is. Oil container. A lot of this is just junk. You got Cavs player. It looks like it's signed. It's just like a photograph. I don't know who number 8 is. So, this is just packing material. Empty box. Another empty box. Stereo. Sports equipment's got inside. Snow. Yeah. I assume that's snowboard. A lot of baseball gloves, which I have not sold before, but I'm pretty sure do well. Padding equipment for football, helmets, rollerblades, a lot of rollerblades. I'm not sure. I think these are riding boots. I'll have to look those up. These tennis rackets go way back. So I know modern tennis rackets. I don't know old tennis rackets. I gotta do my homework on these baseball bats too. And then we've got some old ice skates, more snowboard boots, and what are these? More roller skates. That looks like a riding helmet, so that's why I thought they were riding boots. Speaker, sub, speaker, and alright, turntable, and some old audio equipment. Again, don't know much, but it's this beautiful thing called Google. Alright, time to load it up. Alright, rainy day. First car load is full. Just got back to the house, gonna unload this, and it looks pretty good that the rest of the stuff will fit in one more trip. Pretty excited about this one. Spent 120. Got 2 record players, bunch of speaker equipment, which I have hit or miss luck with speakers and audio equipment. This may be my push to start getting some of the smaller, more compact units up on eBay and figure out shipping for those. A ton of like vintage tennis rackets. The more I look, the more promising they seem. Roller skates, ice skates. So pretty solid. Right, back for the final pickup. Kind of cool. I haven't seen a locker with a light switch before. Alright, should be one load. Those 2 boxes are empty, so easy peasy. Pack the car with trip number 2. I get a little lazy whenever it's the last trip, so just barely crushed in here. About half of it's trash. I'll just dump on the way home. About to go run in, get the deposit back. $100 deposit that they take at almost everywhere just to make sure you clean it out. Show proof of it being clean. And then hit the road and go pick up the second locker. Should only take a total of a couple hours for all this to get done. Alright, there's the light. Oh boy. Shelving. Dropped 160 on this. Oh, that's a huge table. Yep, I'm coming back tomorrow. Alright. Well, great start. MacBook. That should pay for it all. It looks old, but good enough. Quick status update. So first load is at the house. I got 1, 2, 3 shelves broken down. Almost done with the wire rack. Always bring that screwdriver and a mallet for this one. That is a beast of a table, so I'll be coming back in the morning either way, just to reset at home, get everything organized, and then probably just have that sticking out the back of the trunk with a flag on it, maybe. I got less than a mile to get back to the house, so we'll see. I'll get creative. If you've never seen this kind of shelf, I already knocked that out. I'm not gonna bang because it gets really loud, but quick tutorial on how that pops out. So you can see these have these little knobs. They sit in there, so once they go through, they kind of rest in that lower position. So you're taking the mallet, hitting this up, but not too high because then it's gonna lock back there. So you got to get into that sweet spot and knock it out. I like these a lot. I'm gonna reassemble this one at the house. Way better than IKEA stuff and that particle board. And it's a pretty solid shelf. Alright, car is not quite loaded, but I'm gonna call it a day. Just got a little bit of the shelving and supports left to load. It's probably one trip in the morning. And then I'm gonna go measure, figure out what to do with this big table. Alright, I got work to do tomorrow, so came and cleaned this out tonight. Just took another 20-30 minutes, load up the big table and all the rest of the stuff. So I'll be able to sort it throughout the week. Here's how quick the money comes back on camera accessories. So I got a $400 lens in the other room. This comes in at 40-50 bucks on eBay. $10 accessory, $10 accessory, $10, $10, $20, $10. Then it's pure profit. Easy. Alright, a little more update before I get to listing. A ton of these are just empty dividers. There's definitely some film in a few, but this one surprised me. So there's another printer. It's 100 bucks, I think. This one's a scanner for slides. This one is $200 to $500 on eBay, and it's even got the original packaging. So I'll just test it out, make sure it works, and we are doing great. So a couple other things. A lot of these accessories are just crushing it. So flash accessories, battery accessories, 50 bucks here, 50 bucks there. So for $160, this is a home run.
So you just got to see the walkthrough of both of those lockers. Obviously that photography locker took me a little bit longer than expected. I really wish I had taken a photo, a video, or at least a photo. I managed to fit that 8-foot table in my car, and it only stuck out about 4 inches out the back of the trunk. So I just tied it down, threw a flag on the back. Like I said, I was only a few minutes away from that, so I just did it during a pretty low traffic time of day. Um, that was absolutely wild because I drive a very compact car, so pretty awesome there. So all in for those two lockers, I was in for $324.80. So two lockers. That's after the taxes and fees. I know for when I do a U-Haul, I count gas. When I'm using my car, I just don't factor gas for my cost estimates because I'm driving around anyways. Although if you are a reseller and writing the stuff off as a sole prop or LLC, make sure you're tracking those miles because for tax purposes, you can obviously write those off. So in 6 days, going on 7 tomorrow, I've almost recouped all the money, and I'm looking at a crazy amount of profit. This is hands down one of the better lockers. I'm definitely on a roll right now. So I haven't really sold a whole lot from the sporting equipment locker. I've listed some items. I think I've only sold one glove, and the video after this, probably later in the week, I'm going to show all the stuff that's sold this week. A lot of it's going to be from these lockers. So in just 6 days, I've sold all but $18 to recoup my money. So probably by the end of tonight, end of day 6, I'll have all that $324 back. I did want to kind of go over, like I said earlier in the beginning, like what a manager special is. So this is probably my first and only time that I'm going to do a manager special. It was what I was thinking, but I wanted to verify what exactly it was. So most of these storage lockers I'm buying are considered a lien. So if somebody doesn't pay their bill, it goes to the lien process and ultimately goes to auction. So the manager special, generally when you're buying them online, has a sign on it that says non-lien manager special. So to me that meant, okay, what situations can arise where somebody hasn't defaulted on their payment but their stuff's still going to auction? And in my thought, that meant somebody just abandons their stuff but they're paid up. So it has to be some sort of understanding or like an agreement where they actually have signed out or have told them that they're leaving stuff, which in my mind usually means there's absolute garbage in there. So if you've paid your bill and you're walking away from a unit, you're likely actively taking everything of value out. And from the manager special units I've seen photos of, that's exactly what they look like. This one seemed a little bit promising and the price was right, so I took the gamble on it. It was a home run. The fact that it was a bunch of photography equipment, no cameras, and plenty of value for that $160 or whatever dollars I spent on it. The backstory, without getting into the personal stuff, was the person basically paid up, took the personal items they wanted, clearly didn't care about the value left in the unit, and just kind of signed over the contents to the facility. And then the facility, I'm sure there's a lot of laws, don't quote me, likely has to go through the auction process, or is probably the easiest way because property laws get pretty complicated. So they put it for auction. So I hit a home run on this one. I don't think that's going to happen again. So I will be steering very clear manager special lockers. Obviously, if I know some insight, which is nearly impossible to know, kind of like the inside scoop of any of this stuff, then that might change my opinion. But I think I'm going to ride out on a high note and just stick with the lean units and playing the usual game I play of judging it on the surface value of did they take their stuff or not, and is there value in there. So absolute home run. Check out the next video that drops. It's going to be a breakdown of all the stuff that's been selling. I've got a ton more listing to do. Sales are slowing. That means I'm not listing as much, but doing decent. I'm going to do something wild this weekend too, experiment. So I'll try and do a video on that, and then we'll see how that turns out. But as always, this is just my accountability and keeping myself on track to keep listing and keeping the sales going. I got more than enough stuff to list, and I'm still buying, so I got to keep it going one way or another. As always, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you on the next one.